Generic greetings and welcome to Genericsville, or rather what will hopefully become Genericsville over the course of several episodes. That's right, we're going to be doing a brand new series on City Skylines, and obviously I'll be building a huge sprawling metropolis and hopefully not filling the river full of detritus and turning it into a cesspool and then going bankrupt. But as long as the journey's interesting, then the destination doesn't really matter. As always, I'll be taking your comments, feedback, suggestions, etc. from the comments to hopefully improve the design. Also, I will be looking out for mods and things like that to improve this thing. Now, speaking of mods, I'm running a different map from the base ones that you get with the game. This is the, I believe, called the Tanasi River. I'll put a link in the description for that so you can check it out yourself. Also, I want to turn one of the mods on right now. You can see it's very, very hazy and foggy and actually takes very, very nice screenshots in video, but is annoying when you're trying to build. So let's just go to options, over the fog and cloud remover, and then remove all of them. So as you can see, it is now clean and we can build. If you want things like depth of field turning off or you want that thing putting back on, by all means let me know. Speaking of mods, before we crack on into this, I am not running many mods at all, but I do have some waiting in the wings. I've got a couple of traffic mods, I've got an auto demolish, I have got a couple of road mods, as well as unlock all, because at the moment we're going through the standard hand-holding tutorial type thing that the game gives us. I think that allows us to build a bit more organically than perhaps it would normally allow. Well, it gives you, like, you know, different ways of doing things, and it tells you, you know, you want to do this, then this, then this. At the moment, I'm not as strictly comfortable in having everything unlocked because I'll probably go bankrupt, but I also have like an unlimited money thing hanging around anyway, so we'll see how it goes. If you prefer after this episode for me to just unlock all and just crack on building, then let me know. Also, I've got the 81 tiles mod ready to go as well, so we can just build on everywhere. But like I said, let me know what you want and then we can go from next episode onwards. So in this episode, I want to get the basic infrastructure up and running. I want to get a road right to this end. I want to get a couple of houses put down, as well as some shopping centers, and also things like power plant, blah 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 blah. You know the idea by now because you're probably aware of what this game is. If you don't know, you build a city. Right, let's go. So roads, and then this road here, then we connect the two up, and then I immediately delete it because all I wanted to do that for is just to unlock some of these roads here. So we do have some one-way systems that are now unlocked. So and these highways here, I really wish I'd unlock them, because what I want to do is have a highway that goes round, but I can't at the moment, so instead I'm just going to use this two-lane road. So what I do is I connect it all, and I essentially make a one-way system. Now, this one-way system will probably change as we progress on, because I'll probably upgrade it, but we're not going to build anywhere near it, so it doesn't really matter too much. So we'll just back over to roads here, and then to about there. I'm using the standard road building tools, so you can see it will be changing things, but we do have other mods, other tools to like change the land. I don't really care too much around here because it doesn't really matter. Like, you know, this is just us building a one-way system, which will then hopefully connect back up to that if we've measured it right, which we haven't actually, but it doesn't matter because it will actually connect up. There we go. Right, so you can actually come in and then you can go different ways and blah, blah. So essentially, if you want to come around this place, you will have to come in and then around. And actually, I've just realized I've put the one-way system the wrong way. It actually goes the wrong way around the place. Oh, dear, delete that. Right, actually supposed to go, hang on, from here. It's supposed to go there and then around here. I could make this tighter, by the way, but I think I'm going to leave it as is. And then this is okay for now. And there we go. Right, and then we'll go for straight roads. And there, and then there. Right, so you come in, you go around. Why can't we fix that? We should be able to fix that, right? Like, we should be able to just delete from... It should be about from there, right? That's the wrong tool. Delete that again. Right, so from here, curvy roads. And now you see me build roads for the next 25 minutes. Welcome to the construction episode series. Things do that. Right, let's build a little road there, just to give us a bit more space. Perfect. That's what I was aiming for. Right, it's because we had a piece here. So you come down here, because this is the end, and then you go around the one-way system, and then you go off to wherever you're going to go. And what I'll be doing is placing a 6-lane road from it. You might think, hang on, why are you placing a 6-lane road when you've got all this? But that's because I'll be upgrading this to a highway once we are done. So from here, we will shoot off, and probably go all the way to... Now let's spin this round. Probably from there over to there. Alright, and the reason for that is eventually we're going to have a bridge going straight across to that side. In fact, we could probably build one now, but it would be... Yeah. Height is too high, apparently. Well, we'll have to sort that out. Actually, we probably will be able to do it with a straight road. Hang on. Height too high. No, we might have to alter the land. We can deal with that later on. We get land altering tools later on. Or we can we'll probably put a dam across and like lift it up. Whatever, we'll see how it goes. Right, over to standard roads. And I want to go back to probably standard one here. And then what I'm going to do is pretty much split it off from this side. So from about there, we will then start curving round. Actually, we want to delete that and we want to go for a... We want to go for a curved road, and from about there, and we'll curve round here. Now, the idea is that people will have nice little houses on the edge of the, like on the edge of the city, so it'll look pretty cool. And probably about there, and then we'll go up there and move around. Same on this side. We will again go around and sort of curve it like so, and then to about there. Right, perfect. Okay. Over to our housing, we need to actually designate all these as housing. There we go. And I'll pause it a second while I just build that side. And then what I need to do is just go to the paint bucket tool and then paint that and then paint anything else that I might have missed, which doesn't look like anywhere actually. And want to clear off these. We don't want these to be anything just yet. We will be changing them. We might have things on there, but not yet. Right. So, basic utilities. We haven't got currently anywhere to power the city, which is suboptimal. What we will do is have probably I always tend to put a little spur off like one side. So probably we'll do that. Like that, little curved road. And then on this side we'll put a power plant. Job done, and that will generate power. And then from here we will run a power line over there. Actually, what we also need to do is get some water. So we'll sort that out. We'll get some water pumps. And a water pump we will put in probably there. And we only need one for now. We don't want to overdo it. And then we'll come up the mountain like so. And then I tend to find that the best way of doing this is simply to follow the roads. And of this side, we will put a exit. So we'll just literally a drain pipe and it'll go out there. And then once again, we will sort of follow the route down here and over to there. Problem we have is that that's now connected up. However, we don't have any power, which we will hopefully it'll go from there when they start building houses, but all of this needs to connect up first, so we'll see how it goes. Same from here as well, we do need to connect that up. So we'll run a power line like so, and then we'll unpause it and see what happens. So we spent a fair bit of money doing all of that, and I'm going to speed up to max speed, and hopefully we haven't gone bankrupt. There we go. So we've got a power plant, we've got the power, we've got houses that are starting to pop up. Excellent. We can see that we've now got people having a little chat. This is the chirper. I'm a really, really annoying thing that just keeps chirping at you. Yes, I know you can turn that off, but I like to keep it on and see what people are saying. So we'll get rid of the chirper thing. Congratulations, first power plant has been built. I kind of like the steady production of electricity, and there's too much smog. No, it's not. Fresh water will finally be running in the city. Well, we will eventually, once these towns actually build up to this, once they build up to here, we'll be okay. But for some reason, they're building from the far end onwards, although there's no one here yet, but they are building some really nice houses. I know some people do use, like, not mod packs, but well, yes, they use mods and they use other skins and things for the houses. I know there's like an Art Deco one that's out. That's like the official one. I think what they're doing now, they're trying to do like a creators thing where they say, like, oh, look, here's a thing that the creators have made and blah, blah, blah. But, I haven't got any of them. I'm just running the stock ones. So anyway, we can see that there's people coming into the power plant. It's actually, some nice, there's some traffic, and also the lights are coming on because obviously I'm running after dark as well. Look at that, that's a very, very, very long road. But remember, that's going to supply pretty much the entire town, because that's over here. That's the only way you can get there. What's that? Oh, that's our... I was going to say, what? That's light. No, that's not a light. That's something saying it's out of power. What I'm going to have to do is pause it for a second, go over to power, and probably run some power lines just manually like so, and then that should connect that up, and then same over this side. And once this is connected up, it will be pretty much okay. That should then turn everything on. There you go. There's all the water, and there's all the power, and that should hopefully make people not go, why is everything broken? I don't like it. Because, you know, that's exactly what they sound like. Okay, so... we've got a very, very, very big demand for certain things here. We've got a big demand for, not industrial. Well, we've got a big demand for industrial, but also for commercial. So what we'll do, we'll go over to Paint Bucket and we'll start painting this entire thing. All this row here we'll have as commercial. because it just makes sense. And what we'll do, we'll spur it off, and we'll have different areas where they'll come off and whatnot from that. Right, there we are. So in terms of industrial, I think we'll have a bit of industrial around here. We'll plan on like expanding this way as well. We've also got a train line, as you can see. It's very hard to see actually, but it is a train line. Trust me, it goes all the way across here. So this is where we'll have our industrial park. Now, not necessarily... it's not great actually, because thinking of it, what we want to do, we need to have access to the highway, right? Having access to the highway is pretty much mandatory when you've got a lot of industrial. So we want to come off here and then go off into our industrial area and then come back over. I don't like the idea of industrial near these rivers. I'm trying to think a little bit further ahead than perhaps I normally would. So perhaps industrial around here is a good way to go. So what we'll do, we'll go over to perhaps probably this one, and we'll upgrade the road. And we can't build that one. That's a shame. We'll have to delete this road then. And... how are we going to build that? That's problematic. I want the road to connect up there. Now, will that connect up? Yes, that is connected up. God, the game is very intelligent at just connecting things up, and it just works. Right. There we go. So that's now connected up. That's now connected up. Oh, these lights for some reason. The small ones are like I guess it would be like new LED ones, where the old ones are like halogen or whatever the bulbs are. This is orange glow. So there's that. But it makes sense for the industrial area, like the industrial zone, like you have in like things like the Crystal Maze, which nobody cares about. Right. Let's go over there. And what I'm going to do is a grid system. Oh, I can't because I'm out of money. Right, okay, we'll leave it until we get more people. Cool. Yeah. Losing money because we haven't got anywhere for the industrial to be. Actually, we can just do this for the industrial. We can just paint the entire thing. There's our industrial. Job done. Obviously, I've got no way to get rid of the sewage or anything, but that'll change as we progress on. We're going to go over to our loans. Actually, we don't have access to loans yet because we haven't got the amount of people we need. We're almost there, though, and the first thing you unlock is loans and education, so that's fine. People are coming in. This is all good, he says, because he can't say anything else. He can't admit that he's ballsed it all up already, and then everything's going to go out of business because they've got no water or power. No, we can't do that. We are getting +9 people per tick as well, and that is good. The overall plan is, look at that, I don't know, it's got something, it's like a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube, I can't say it, wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube, man, that's the one. Look at that, it's like just sort of woo, waving around, good grief. Right, so, oh, look at that, oh, that's beautiful. Look at the Aurora Borealis, look. Get away, I don't care about lawns now, I want to look at the scenery. Oh, that was cool. And now the sun's rising. Excellent. The sun is rising over Genericsville, so we can go to lawns, and we'll take a lawn, which means I can now actually build this thing semi-decently. Although some would say I'm never going to do that anyway, because it's me. Right, let's progress on. Building over here. Water, water, water. And to be honest with you, I'll just split the water off here, and then along, and then up. And then, because we can, we'll connect it up, because I always like the idea of it connected. Right, so there's all that. All job done. Haven't got any sewerage processing systems just yet, but we will get them in at some point. What we want to do is get some more roads put in for more industrial, and there we go. And we'll build over to there. Very risky joining it up, although that's not too bad actually, because it can come off and then this way and then go around. That's actually quite good, I think. He says, very unsure of himself, because it's me. Right, okay. I should really get some confidence. That would work, wouldn't it? Right, I don't know what building that's going to be. Probably just one of them silos. Oh, well. Right, so, a lot of people are saying out of power. That's bad. Why are we out of power? We are supplying we're not supplying. Well, we are supplying, but we're just not connecting. And there we go. We now are connecting. Excellent. So that will now power it up. And there we go. Right. So a lot of people are saying we haven't got much power. We're out of power. No, we're okay. So Some people are saying they're at work, but you know, that is getting resolved now. We do need some waste disposal, so what we'll do is we will put probably the waste disposal... I don't know. I always seem to put it at the end of these industrial areas, but you do need it closer to these as well. I could put it right in the centre. That's the first thing you see as you drive down into that. You drive down and you go, oh look, a big pile of crap. I think this city is good. Pretty much where I live, to be honest with you. I mean, where I live, if it's not getting stolen, it's on fire, so... Right, let's go for a... Probably, we'll build another area for our poo. And we'll build a... Probably from here. We'll come down and... actually, no, I always go wrong one. This one. So from there... along and then down. Alright. And then we'll have a straight road going like that. And then we can have all of this. 1 and then 2. Okay. Right. Obviously no incinerators just yet. We haven't got them unlocked. In terms of schooling, we have not got any, so we should probably resolve that. And we'll put a school, I think... where do you want to put a school? Well, actually, we're going to be expanding this anyway, so let's get on with that one. So these are just standard straight roads. Yes, they are standard roads. So what I want to do is... I could have, like, roads that sort of spur off from here. But I don't know how effective that will be. What I'll do, because I'm not entirely sure where I want to go with that, I will build a road that is, like... probably curved round from here. There and then there. And then I could go around. What I'm going to do instead, though, is go across. So a curve and then a curve. But for some reason, it's not building it right. There we go. And then we'll curve all the way to the end to about there. Okay, right, that's fine. And then what I'll do, just because some people will not be fond of driving over that thing, I will spur it off from about here. Can we spur it off? No, we can't. It's gonna have to... it's gonna have to be a T-junction, which is not good. I wanted to curve it off. The only way to do it is to probably delete this little bit of road here. And then what we'll do, we'll curve it right round like so. And then right round like that, okay? And it means we can, from there, probably go like that. It's not too bad. Okay, and then we'll go around. And then to here. And then finally over to there. So it goes round. That's not too bad. Excellent. Okay, so we will place... from here, housing, all across there. And there's housing. Right. Standard thing again. Water. Which apparently goes most of that way because of the way I've built it. Excellent. Because of the way this map works, it's iffy at times. When you're placing pipes and such. It is a bit dodgy at times. So, I haven't really leveled the land off because I wanted it to... be a bit sprawling. I wanted it to, when you zoom in, go, well, look at that. It is actually a land. I didn't want to landscape it too much. I want to keep it as like organic as possible. Obviously, the game does a very good job at automatically altering things like height and stuff like that, so that's okay. Currently still losing money, which is problematic, but you know, not like hugely so. Because we will get more money with loans and such, and eventually it'll go up. More people are coming into the town, so we'll speed it up to max speed. And see how it goes. In terms of things like airports and like dams and also ferries, you can see there's things coming in there. And we'll be doing all of that. What I'm very conscious of, though, is you know, I don't want to miss. I don't want to get. I want to get the balance right. I don't want to overlook the big picture or miss the small details. It's very difficult, like, you know, doing the micromanagey stuff like placing bus routes, but then forgetting about the overall design. Like, you know, spending 25 minutes on a bus route might be worth it, but is that interesting for you? I don't know. We're now a worthy village. Excellent. That is most good. Don't know why we're worthy. Either way, we can get now different things. We've got budget options and taxes and stuff. I'm going to put the taxes up to 10% because they've got fresh water. So, you know, they can pay me a bit more. There we go. Right, speaking of fresh water, have they got access to landfill? Yes. Water is good. Power, okay. And, right, that's fine. So, schooling. We haven't got any schooling. We need to sort that out. So, from here, what we'll do is we'll have, like, organic little splits as things sort of come off and, like, shape into different ways and have, like, different, not suburbs, but, like, essentially we want it almost random as we sort of build these roads, like where it sort of comes off, like you don't really understand the designer's mind, which is pretty true of me. But what I mean is, like, if you look at, say, the way some houses are made, like in England, you'll get like, you'll go to like a street and you'll go, why have they planned it like this? Like, it's not a grid system, you know. A grid system much more efficient, but it doesn't have the same character. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have more characterful type buildings and like streets and such. There we go. They may not be most efficient, but they'll be interesting. There we go. That's what I mean. Right, and then we'll have, again, all of this as housing. There we are. What's happening over there? I think they're saying that you can't build there. Right, so we want a couple of things. We haven't got any schooling, so we'll have to put a school in, and we'll put it probably on the... I like the idea of it on the corner there, but it's going to demolish 2 buildings, which is a shame. I think we'll put it there, though. And we want the same over here, and we will do that. It is going to slowly filter down, I think. Although maybe it's best to... build it later on. We'll go for fire, because we haven't got anyone yet. And we'll put this on the main stretch, you see. So we'll put fire on... there. Sorry, that was a healthcare, sorry. Hospital. We'll go over to lawns. We'll take out a bit of a lawn, just so we can crack on here. And across from it, we'll have a fire station. And then next to it, we'll have... actually... yeah, next to it, we'll have our police station as well. There we are. We do have a couple of monuments we can build. So we've got a football stadium. We've got a statue of shopping. No, I don't think we'll have that. Right. So, what is the chirper saying? What are people saying? Along arm of the law reaches the city. I feel safer, apparently. Excellent. Good job this isn't America. Or it might be. Right. Okay. It receives its first... sorry, I turned the news on this morning and it's just like blah, 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 people mourning, blah, 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 something about political stuff, blah, 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 more stuff to do with American policemen. It's just... I don't know what's going on. Right. Anyway... so, people are shouting about fresh water. People are shouting about citizens approve of schooling. This is good. Healthcare for everybody. Excellent. Again, unless you live in America. Oh, why am I knocking America so much? Genetically manipulated corn grows 3 times faster than regular corn, apparently. Okay, good. Speaking of farming, we can't do farming on this, but we can do some forestry and logging, and I think that's what we'll have around here. Like, this area, if we expand to it, will be an industrial area, but we'll designate it as, where is it? Farming? There's farming. There's logging there, look. The forest industry. And we'll do some forestry over there because I believe there is a fairly big lot there. We do need to sort out districts and things, but we'll sort that as we progress on. So let's have a quick look at some of the buildings. Oh, there's the Aurora Borealis again. I'm going to just bugger off over here so we can look at it. Oh, that's so nice. That looks so cool. Yeah, that's sweet. Right, so... this is building up. We've got a total of almost 700 people, sorry, in Genericsville, which is good. We've got a nice stretch of road here, which has enough people to, I guess, well, there's enough stuff there for people to shop at. Enough stuff for people to shop at. Is that a sentence? It is a sentence. It's not entirely correct. There's enough areas for people to shop at. We've got industry over here, which actually can't get the workers. 11 jobs available. Not overly happy. So they need more workers. Well, that just means more people need to come to the city. And they slowly are coming. Look, well, not even slowly. 50 a tick. That's okay. That's very good. Right, in terms of our policies, we've got water usage and power usage. This is really good for... It's essentially like meters and stuff, and you know, like leaflets to say, look, please don't waste water, blah blah blah. Speaking of wasting water, there's some people here that don't have access to it, so they can't even waste it. So maybe we should resolve that by connecting these up. Now they should all be connected via the pipe network. There we are. Yeah, so hang on, I just realised. Oh no, water availability is good. Electricity is, yeah, starting to go down. It's good, this thing, these policies. Problem is it costs money, and as you can see, I am not exactly rolling in the door. So max speed this thing out while we get more people. Genericsville doing quite well in terms of information. We can see that we've got a total of 178 children. It's going up as people are breeding. Teens 219, young adults none, adults 390, and no seniors here. So, all right. That actually makes a big difference, because as people get older, as you get more senior, you need more provision of healthcare, and sadly you need things like churches and crematoriums, graveyards, things like that, but also children as well, because we've got loads of children. We really need to focus on schools, because obviously there's a lot of school requirements for it. I don't know why, but a lot of these are all red. I'm guessing it's because we don't have secondary schools, and that's what they need, because of teens. But we don't have access to it yet because the game hasn't allowed it yet. Haha. Right, okay. Over the roads, what I'm going to do is connect a road from... I don't know. Connecting up here might be a good idea. Let's have a quick look. See, I'd prefer this road here to be completely straight, but then I don't know. We could have some T-junction to the things off. Now we'll see how it goes. Right, time to get some people out of their house by demolishing part of it. Obviously, that's going to piss them off. Sorry. But what we're going to have to do is pause it for a second and then go back to Curvy Road. And then start building around the place. So, over to there. Then a little road in here. And then perhaps around like so. And around there. Perhaps around there, and then round to there, and then we'll have a straight road. We can't connect those up. What I'll do then, I'll spin it round. Oh, good grief, that's why. Cliff! There's a cliff! Yeah, maybe that's why, because of the huge, essentially drop. So... there we go, we've connected that up now. So looking at the terrain, we need to sort of follow that path around there. Okay, that's doable. That is very doable. So, Curvy Road. Sort of around like that. Like that. Same thing here. And then we'll get hopefully different levels of road. And then what I'll do, I'll go straight road here. All the way down. Like that. Then we might even connect it there. Turn snapping off for a second. There we go, and that connects that up. There you go, look, different levels. So you got houses there, houses there. Excellent. That's exactly what we wanted. And it is as well. Like, I'm not just saying that. That's exactly what I was aiming for. So can't really fault that. Okay, so up the top here, and we will paint from. Actually, you can paint pretty much anywhere you want, because even if it's already designated, it won't redesignate, if that makes sense. It won't change the designation, but we will have to change some of it, like so. And we don't want all of these. We want this as like probably a separate area. There we go. And yes, that makes sense to me. That's about right. Okay, and we'll just copy that over. Job done. Right, unpause it, and then we will have a school. We'll put a school in probably that corner. Since we've already demolished the house, we might as well just continue going. There we are. School. Right, done. And that's made people more happy. Excellent. I like that. I like this like little curve. Look at that. Nice. Imagine living there. Look at that view. What a beautiful, blurry view. I mean, someone should really get the Specsavers. Other opticians are available, obviously. Yeah, but look at the view. Lovely. Full of blur. Full of blur. Need to turn up depth of field. And that's like, imagine that full of snow. Flying down that It'd be fantastic. I mean, you'd die, and if you didn't die from the fall, you would probably drown in this very, very, very fast-flowing river. But, you know, every cloud and all that. Right, over to water. Let's get some water stuff. We know a tiny town with 1,000 people. Excellent. We're actually progressing on very, very nicely. Very happy with that. Right, so we'll connect all these up. I must confess, I've never yet met a plumbing system in a game that I like. Every single one of them tends to be, you have to build it, so build it. Alright. And the ones that aren't just, you have to build it, are just annoying. Like, you can't be creative in the way you place them. You just have to place them. Which is fair enough, I guess, but it is what it is. Right, so I'm going to start deleting bits of this power line, because now things are connecting up, we don't really care too much about it, and that's about right. There we are. Now, I do want to upgrade these to probably a little bit more high capacity. I don't know whether we're going to keep these as the small individual town, like small little townhouses, or whether or not we upgrade them later on to like high density, so we have like skyscrapers. I have a feeling that what I want to do is leave this as the ones we've got now, so the very, very small townhouses or like outskirt ones, suburb ones, and then when we go to this one here, that'll be like the big centre, and that's where we'll have all high density all the way around here, big shopping centre, that thing. So the whole thing will be like a big colossal, essentially a big circle, big ring, and all of the big buildings on there. That is what I'm hoping for. I hope we'll actually get there. But either way, we're going to leave it there. I think we've progressed on quite nicely. We're now in profit. We've got people coming in quite nicely. We've got a nice little town set up. All the basics. We are all here. So, as always, I want to know from yourself what you think we should do. Where do you think we should progress? Where do you think we should expand to when we can actually... Oh, we do have actually... I think we do have access to that now. Hang on, let me check. Landscaping, blah, blah, blah. Back over. New areas, yes, so we can actually expand if we wanted to. We can expand, as you can see. I want to know from yourself where you think we should expand to, what we should focus on, what sort of policies to put on, what mods you think I should give a go, all of that sort of thing. By all means, let me know in the comments, or there's only going to be about 3 people watching this, in which case series cancelled and all that. As always, thank you very much for watching, take care, and generic partings.